Ryu, Jonathan, you made it through to the final round. So far, you've designed and presented a weapon in your own styles. Now, we're gonna send you back to your home forges where you will make one of the most iconic weapons from history. The Viking battle axe. The Viking battle axe was a brutal killing weapon that played a significant role throughout history. Viking warriors were mostly farmers, so when going off the fight, they would pick the tool they had close at hand, which was often a wood-cutting axe. When later models took on shapes more convenient to the fighting man, the battle axe was born. The haft was made of wood, and the curved head allowed the axe to be used to hook an opponent's ankle, throwing him off balance and onto the ground, positioning the Viking to go in for the kill with the large, razor-sharp cutting edge. The battle axe has a long and colorful association with fantasy film and literature, being the weapon of choice for the dwarves in The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, as well as for the players of fantasy computer games such as World of Warcraft. Good luck, gentlemen.
I'm Jonathan Porter, and I am a farrier, the fancy word for a horseshoer, as well as a full-time bladesmith.
I'm doing a multiple-layer pattern steel battle axe. The Vikings, they used a lot of multi-layered steel. Overall, this will be one sturdy axe. I am super pumped about this battle axe. The competition is definitely affecting me. I don't know why I don't just come in here and forge like I always do, but this contest sort of just messes me up. Man! I just wasn't paying attention. I took my eye off it, and I cooked it. It's done.
I gotta start over.
Unbelievable! I forged
Another axe head.
and this time the blade held together. I think the judges are gonna be impressed with the axe in general.
We're buttoned up with a really nice top-notch handle with leather wraps to go along with the head that we've worked so hard for.
It's an end result that I think looks good and I'm proud of. So no matter what they think, I'm proud of what I'm gonna put in front of them this round.
My name's Ryu Lim. I was born and raised in the Philippines. I'm an iron worker, and I make blades for a living. The studio shop had everything, man. I got the bare bones, only the basics. My forge is basically a cast iron pot with a hole drilled in the bottom where I attached a black pipe, and on that black pipe, I attached a hair dryer. Using the hair dryer, I introduce more oxygen, and the more oxygen you put it, the hotter it gets. I'm gonna stretch out the metal, and I'm gonna wrap it around the pipe to make an eye for the handle. I really have no heat because it's so big it doesn't fit in my forge. I had to make some adjustments to remedy that. When you're working with high-powered power tools, you gotta remember safety first. Gotta wear some eye protection and respirator. The way it's going right now, I'm not getting enough heat. I'm losing a lot of heat very quickly, so I might start over or make a new forge. The first forge wasn't working because it was too small, so I added a satellite dish around it, so I'll be able to add more coal and make a bigger fire. It's looking good right now. I could move on to the fun part.
What is this? He's forging an axe.
A Viking axe. The firefighters came, and unfortunately, I was delayed an hour.
Your biggest thing that we got to deal with is the fact that you're too close to the building.
I have to move the forge and reposition everything. Hopefully, it doesn't affect me too much towards the end. I don't have electric saws. I'm gonna have to carve this down. I spent the last hour pounding in the handle at the same time making it. It was tough, but I'm just really curious what the judges are gonna say, really. A battle axe doesn't have to be smooth and shiny. It just has to work. It doesn't have to be pretty to split skulls.
To test the lethality of your axe, I will strike this side of beef here and see what kind of damage it does. Jonathan, you're up first.
I'm ready.
Your edge held. It crushed to 3 bones. It will kill.
Yes, it will.
For the next test, I'm gonna pass it over to our European historical weapons expert, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Gentlemen, the Viking axe was designed to create the maximum amount of carnage on the battlefield. To test it, in a chop test, I'm gonna take 5 blows against this hardened panel of oak. Now, oak was the common building material of the time, and this was the breaching tool of the time.
Ready.
All right. I don't know if I can crawl through that, but it seemed to do the job. That round handle, though, boy, it wants to twist in your hand. Bit of an issue. And overall, it felt pretty good.
Ryu, you're up next. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
The handle's a little slippery, so first couple of tries, it was slipping off. I had to make sure that it didn't go fly off my hand. You cut about 3 and into the 4th bone. This, I believe, is a killer. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Dave?
My axe may not be pretty, but it can definitely split some skulls.
Well, it felt pretty good. My hand could travel on that handle, whereas with that leather wrap, I couldn't really move my hand while I was swinging. Nice job.
Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, your weapons have performed well thus far, but it's not over yet. We're gonna see just how much punishment your weapons can take in our strength test. Doug?
For the strength test, your axis will be placed on the specially designed impact device. The arm is set to deliver maximum force at the point of impact. We will deliver 3 strikes on the shield. That will give us a good indication of how much pressure your axe can take. Let's see if your weapon will survive this test. Jonathan, let's test it. 3, 2, 1, engaging. 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 I don't see any clear indentations on your edge. A little indentation on the shield. Your half seems to have held. Good job.
Thank you.
Ryu, you're next. 3, 2, 1, engaging. Engaging. That split the shield in half and all the way through. Edge held. Half is still secure. Good job.
You have both done yourselves proud as bladesmiths. However, in this competition, there can only be one winner. Ryu, you are the Forged in Fire champion. Congratulations.
Good job, buddy.
Good job, man.
Jonathan, your weapon did not make the cut. Please surrender your weapon.
Lee, I'm totally proud of the work that I've done. I mean, I turned in a laminated Viking battle axe, so I'm not by any means going home because I didn't do enough. In this case, Ryu just did a better job.
Feel very proud right now. I worked really hard for this. I guess it paid off.
If the stress level got to you in the first challenge, you were able to pull it together. I mean, you got a few issues, but you brought a true weapon you should definitely be proud of.
Thank you, sir. I put my soul into forging that axe. I gave it everything I had. And now I walk out as a champion.